For the pleasure of the Lordship, Shri Jayādvaita, Shri Gauranitai, Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, Shri Prabhupada, and all the assembled devotees. Sankirtan Score Report for Thursday, 30th of January. Books distributed: Rasarani Priya, 1 small, 1 Mahabig for 2.25 book points. Temple Shop, 1 big, 2 Mahabig for 5 book points. Sanatan Giridhari, 1 big, 4 Mahabig for 9 book points. Dakshita, 6 small, 2 big, 3 Mahabig for 9.5 book points. Madan Mohini, 1 small, 1 big, 12 Mahabig for 25.25 book points. And Mahalakshmi, 1 Bhagavatam set for 72 book points. Preaching score: Radhacharya 84 guests for 1005 Lakshmi points. And Crossways 493 guests for 4141 Lakshmi points. Collections yesterday: Rasarani Priya 20, Sanatan Giridhari 65, Dakshita 100, Madan Mohini 200, Mahalakshmi 310, Member Services 682, Temple Shop 782, and Farm Retreat 2450. That gives the daily total of 4,609 and the weekly total of 22,756 Lakshmi points. Sankirtan Yagya ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Bandho mui savadhana mate. Bandho mui savadhana mate. Jahar prasade bhai e bhava toriya jai. जार प्रसादे भाई ए भवतोरिया जय। कृष्णा प्राप्ति हो जहाँ होते, कृष्णा प्राप्ति हो जहाँ होते, गुरु मुख पद्म वाक्य चिते ते कोरिया क्या। गुरु मुख पद्म वाक्य चिते ते कोरिया आय क्या। आरना कोरी हो मने आशा, आरना कोरी हो मने आशा, श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति। श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति। जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा, जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा। चक्षु दान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से, चक्षु दान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से। दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो, दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो, प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जते, प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जते। वेदे गाय जहाँ राचरितो, वेदे गाय जहाँ राचरितो, श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनारा बंधु गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनारा बंधु लोकेनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना लोकेनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना हा हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया हा हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया श्रीला प्रभुपाद करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया श्रीला प्रभुपाद करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया ए बेजाज गुशुक त्रिभुवन ए बेजाज गुशुक त्रिभुवन श्रीला प्रभुपाद पतित पावन श्रीला प्रभुपाद लोइलो शरण जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय प्रभुपाद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhaktivinoda Chaitanya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya 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 Nityananda Jayādvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jayādvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda 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 Jayādvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jayādvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jayādvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jai Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jayādvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jayādvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Vallabha Shri Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की, जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सतसे श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की, इस्कॉन बीबीटी संस्थापक आचार्य जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की, नित्य लीला विष्णु विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सतसे श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, नामाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की, प्रेम कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की, राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन वृंदावन मथुरा द्वारिका धाम की, नदिया नवदीप धाम की, लीलांचल श्रीक्षेत्रपुरी धाम की, गंगा माई जमुना माई की, भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की, जय गौर नित्यानंद की, राधा वल्लभ जीव की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, शुभ दर्शन आरती की, गुरु कृष्ण पूजा की, समवेद भक्त वृंद की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to Asian birth devotees, all glories to Asian birth devotees, all glories to Asian birth devotees, all glories Sri Guru Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Radhaman, if someone can chant.
Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yashoda Nandana Jaya Brajajana Ranjana Jaya Yashoda Nandana Jaya Brajajana Ranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shriva Shadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki jai. Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Navadip Dham ki jai. Jagannath Puri ki jai. Ganga Mai ki jai. Jamuna Mai ki jai. Tulsi Devi ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Yeah, word for word meaning. The verse and the word for word.
Thank you. We are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 8, chapter entitled Bali Maharaj surrenders his life. Verse number 9. Kimatmanane jahadiyontata Kimbriktaharei Swajanakhyaдаsyubhi Kim jayasam smriti hedu bhutaya Martyasya gehai kimahayusho vyaya Kimatmanane jahadiyontata Kimriktahare swajanakhyaдаsyubhi Kim jayasam sriti hedu bhutaya Martyasya gehai kimahayusho vyaya Kimatmanane jahadiyontata Kimriktahare swajanakhyaдаsyubhi Kim jayasam smriti hedu bhutaya Martyasya gehai kimihayusho vyaya Mataji, please. Tasya gehe. Word to a translation, responsibly please. Kim, what is the use? Atmana, anena, of this body. Jahati, gives up. Yaha, which? Body. Anantataha, at the end of life. Sorry, antataha, at the end of life. Kim, what is the use? Rikthaharehi, the plunderers of wealth. Sajana akhya dasyubhi, they who are actually plunderers, but who pass by the name of relatives. Kim, what's the use? Jayaya, of a wife. Samsriti hedu bhutaya, who is the source of increasing material conditions. Martyasya, of a person sure to die. Dehehi, of houses, family and community. Kim, what is the use? Iha, in which house? Ayushaha, of the duration of life. Vyayaha, simply wasting.
What is the use of the material body, which automatically leaves its owner at the end of life? And what is the use of all one's family members who are actually plunderers, taking away money that is useful for the service of the Lord in spiritual opulence? What is the use of a wife? She is only the source of increasing material conditions. And what is the use of family, home, country, and community? Attachment for them merely wastes the valuable energy of one's lifetime. Now, one thing, our real estate here is, if you sort of move this way and that way, then people who come in don't have to step over everyone to get further. Good. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, advises Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Give up all other varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. The common man does not appreciate such a statement by the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he thinks that during his lifetime, his family, society, country, body, and relatives are everything. Why should one give up any one of them and take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? But from the behavior of great personalities like Prahlad Maharaj and Bali Maharaj, we understand that surrendering to the Lord is the right action for an intelligent person. Prahlad Maharaj took shelter of Vishnu against the will of his father. Similarly, Bali Maharaj took shelter of Vamandev against the will of his spiritual master, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and all the leading demons. People may be surprised that devotees like Prahlad Maharaj and Bali Maharaj could seek shelter of the side of the enemy, giving up the natural affinity for family, hearth, and home. In this connection, Bali Maharaj explains that the body, which is the center of all material activities, is also a foreign element. Even though we want to keep the body fit and helpful to our activities, the body cannot continue eternally. Although I am the soul, which is eternal, after using the body for some time, I have to accept another body, tata dehantara prapti, according to the laws of nature. Although I am the soul, which is eternal, after using the body for some time, I have to accept another body, tata dehantara prapti, according to the laws of nature, unless I render some service with the body for advancement in devotional service. One should not use the body for any other purpose. One must know that if he uses the body for any other purpose, he is simply wasting time. For as soon as the time is ripe, the soul will automatically leave the body. Om Jnanatimidandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Koda Mayam Tathati Shapadantikam Vandehang Shri Guru Shri Jatapadakamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Shagrajatam Sahagana Raganathan Vitam Stam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savatutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lolita Sri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kolpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhobhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Kim Atmana Nina Chahati Yontata Kim Riktaharai Svajanakya Dasyubhi Kim Jayaya Samsmriti Hetu Puyaya Martasya Grihai Kim Hayusha Vyayaha. So this is self-realization. The fools want to make the temporary material body and its comfort and happiness the goal of life. They don't know that they're not the body. They don't know that the body inevitably has to be afflicted by so many miseries. They know, but they don't know. Deha pachakalachadishu atmasanyeshva satsvapi teshu pramatta nidhanam pashyanapi na pashyati. Because they're pramatta, exceedingly mad. They think that I have my strong body, I have my faithful wife, I have my dutiful children, I have my home, I have my nation, so I'm well situated, I'm secure. But they don't see that everything will be finished. That they don't see. Atma Sanyeshu Satsvapi. These are my soldiers, but they're all fallible. They're all going to die. Only they have to see this difference. What is that in the Bhagavad Gita? Very funny. Okay. Antavanti me deha nityas yogda sharirana. That will do it. Antavanta ime deha. This body will be finished. But the consciousness within the body is permanent. Then why am I giving all my attention to this body? It's foolishness. It's foolishness. Anashino prameyasya tasmad yujashvabhat. The real self is the soul within the body, but I'm giving all attention to this body, and in connection with the body, my wife, my children, my home, my money, janasya moho yamaham mameti. So this is self-realization. Kim. What is the use? What is it? Kim atma anena jahati. Yes, jahati. Yes, jahati yadantaha. What is this the use of this body, which I'm going to have to give up anyway? We see toward the end of life, people are going to this doctor, that doctor. Isn't there some hope? Couldn't we try this? I've heard that there's a new treatment. There's a this, there's a that. Couldn't we do this? Couldn't we do that? For what? For perpetuating a miserable life in this world, which we have to leave anyway. The body will be finished anyway. It's already a torn up rag, and we still want to keep it. At great expense. Somewhere there's a statistic that about what percentage of money for healthcare is spent at the very end of life. You know, just trying to keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Our Kadamba Kanana Maharaj, he got his diagnosis. It's all right, finished. In Vrindavan, let us go to Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, he consulted one astrologer. Not basically, all right, let's see, after all, he's a manager. So how much time will be left? In that time, what will happen? So that we can manage things. So we went to see the astrologer, and Maharaj told him right off, I'm not interested in counteracting anything, I just want to know what's going on. And still the astrologer was offering, if you do this yajna, if you chant these mantras, I can do a yajna for you, I won't charge you anything, it will be of benefit. Maharaj was saying, I'm not interested in trying to counteract anything. We just want to know what's going on. No, I won't charge you anything. It will help. Finally, Maharaj said, all right, I'll think about it. Kim Atma, what's the use of this body? It will be finished. We'll use it for some time for the service of Krishna. As far as possible, we'll keep it fit. But not that this is everything. And especially not let me use this body for enjoyment. What enjoyment? Well, rather the body is using me. I'm becoming the servant of the senses and suffering. So this is self-realization. Realization of the self means realizing what's not the self. Realizing what's valuable means realizing what's not valuable. So what's not valuable? Finally, this body that I have to give up. It has some utility, but it's not ultimately valuable because it will be gone. So if I give up, maybe there's that Chanakya shloka, that if one gives up the impermanent for the permanent, then there's great gain and no loss. Because if I give up the impermanent, well, it was going to be lost anyway. And I gain the permanent, which is of permanent value. And if I give up the permanent for the impermanent, then I lose everything. I lose the permanent because I've given it up, and I lose the impermanent because that's the nature of impermanent things. They'll all be lost. So I lose both ways. If I give up what's temporary for what's eternal, I don't lose anything, and I gain everything. And if I give up the eternal for the temporary, then I lose both ways. So this is intelligent. Let me sacrifice what's going to be lost anyway for eternal benefit, and not sacrifice the real value for something that will be lost quickly. So therefore, that's simply the soul. Then we have to go on and say, what is the business of the soul? The business of the soul is to engage in an eternal relationship with Krishna, in transcendental loving service to the Lord. So for that service, one can give up everything else. And if one gives up that service for everything else, then he's a fool. So Kim, what is the use of this temporary material body? It will not last. We are very interested in society, friendship, and love, but what are they? Those in the garb of friends and relatives merely plunder the hard-earned money of the bewildered soul. Kim riktaharai swajanakya dasyubi. Riktaharai means those who take away one's wealth. And swajana akya, they're called family members, they're called my own, those who are mine, my wife, my children, as distinct from your wife, your children. Swajana, nahi, what is that? Swajanam Krishna, nacha rajam sukhani cha. How can I give up my swajanas? How can I oppose my swajanas, my own family members. Bali Maharaj answers that although they're Swajana-Akhya, they're called family members, actually they're Dasyubhi. Dasyubhi means plunderers. A pickpocket is someone who takes your money, but a dasyu is a person who plunders your money, the people who beat you up and take your money. They're dasyu. Dasyubhi. They're very, Prabhupada points, Bhagavatam also points this out several places, that there might, oh, this is my wife, these are my children, they're so dear to me. They're the ones who are taking away all your money. I spend a fair amount of time in South Africa where everything's high walls and barbed wire and security systems and panic buttons and all of these arrangements to protect your property and money. Meanwhile, the real thieves are in the compound. Wouldn't it be nice if we had this? Wouldn't it be nice if we had that? Spending money, spending money, spending money. And he's working hard, and thinking, my family loves me. Everyone is affectionate toward his wife. Everyone's affectionate toward his wife and is attached to her. But what is this wife? The wife is called Strī, which means one who expands the material condition. If a person lives without a wife, his material conditions are less extensive. As soon as one marries and is connected with a wife, his material necessities increase. Pumsastriya mituni bhavametam tayor mito hridya grantamahu ato griha kshetra sutapta vittair janasya mohoyam aham mameti. The attraction between male and female is the basic principle of material existence. On the basis of this misconception, which ties together the hearts of the male and female, one becomes attracted to his body, home, property, children, relatives, and wealth. In this way, one increases life's illusions and thinks in terms of I and mine. Human life is meant for self-realization, not for increasing unwanted things. Actually, a wife increases unwanted things. One's lifetime, one's home, and everything one has, if not properly used in the service of the Lord, are all sources of material conditions of perpetual suffering under the threefold miseries, adhyatmic, adibhautic, and adidaivic. Unfortunately, there's no institution in human society for education on this subject. People are kept in darkness about the goal of life, and thus there's a continuous struggle for existence. We speak of survival of the fittest, but no one survives, for no one is free under material conditions. So, Kim Jayaya, what is this wife? Bali Maharaj says. Kim Jayaya Sansriti Hetu Bhutaya. What is the wife? The wife is the hetu, the cause of sansriti, repeated material existence, continued material existence, repeated birth and death, sangsriti. Yes. Why are we dragging on in material existence? Because of sex attraction. Pumsastriya mituni bhava. Mituni bhava means sex attraction. Atayor mito hridaya grantamahu. Male is attracted to female, female is attracted to male in so many species of life. And mito, tayor mito hridaya grantamahu. And when they unite, then there's a hard knot in the heart. My wife, my husband, I can't live without her, she can't live without me. Family. And from the combination of husband and wife, griha, and home, we need a house, a flat at least, griha, kshetra, some property, griha, kshetra, sutta, some children. What's family life without children? Apta, and we have our family circle, our relatives. When there's children also, then the grandparents become very interested in the children and want to spend time with the family. And there'll be further expansion, how to get the children married, and grandchildren. We look forward to grandchildren. Sutta, apta, and dittai. And for all of this, there's got to be money. You can't have the flat without money. You can't have the children. Children are so expensive. Really calculate it up. Where do we start? Maybe with prenatal care, right? Then there's delivery and all of that. Then postnatal care. This is all assuming everything is just goes well, everything's normal. Then you have to bring up the child, then the pediatrician, and, outgrowing clothes every 2 weeks. New shoes, new shoes, new shoes, new shoes. And so many other expenses that are connected to the child. Then as the child grows up, so many more expenses. Toys and games and video games, and then the newer video games, and this and that and this. And if we want to send the child to college, what is the cost of 4 years of college? How many $100,000? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. What? You probably don't get away with less than $250,000 to send one child through college. And getting the children married and expenses there. Just put it all on a sheet. Break out your Excel spreadsheet and just write it all down. What's going to be the cost of this? Brahmacharis, just take out your Excel spreadsheet and start writing it down. How much money is going to, forget everything else, just cost. What is this going to cost me? And don't leave anything out. Tally it all up. Even if you leave some things out, tally it all up. See how much money it is. Astonishing. And for that I have to work. My whole life, basically. The 9 to 5 is gone. Everyone's expected to be available. Thank you, Internet. We're 9 to 5 plus. Because there's other people who are willing to do it if we're not. So working, and it's not fun. No one volunteers. Sir, can I work for you? You don't have to pay me. If we weren't paid, we wouldn't work. But because we require money, we have to work. And because we have to work, no time. No time for hearing Srimad Bhāgavatam. No time for serving Krishna, spreading Krishna consciousness. No time for reading, hardly time for chanting. No time. Prabhupada wrote an article for his Hold Back to Godhead. No time, disease of the conditioned soul, something like that. And everyone complains, no time. Why is there no time? Pumsa striya mituni bhava. So a word to the wise, for those who are not married, consider. What is it that after you do your spreadsheet and you see how much it costs, then, all right, what am I getting from this? What's my return on investment? Oh, not much. Rice, dal, and chapatis I can get here at the temple. And sex enjoyment, what's the enjoyment? Family happiness. And then after spending my whole life working for my children and sending them to college and so on, and then who knows what's actually going to happen with them. And at the end, anyway, I have to go somewhere else. First I become old and burdensome, and then finally I have to leave. What was the use of all that? Therefore, probably there's a salient line. If a person lives without a wife, his material conditions are less extensive. That's just practical. If we live without a wife, we still have some, of course we have our false ego, we have our material consciousness, but in terms of the outside stuff, not much. I need a little food, I need 6 feet of ground. Not very much. Our needs are really not very much at all. Easily met. But as soon as I have a wife, everything expands. As if by magic. Now there are so many, now the material conditions are extended. And then one has to accept retired life and renounced life to get free from the material conditions one didn't need to begin with. First I extend my material conditions, and now I'm faced with the task of getting free from those extended material conditions. it's easier not to extend them to begin with. So much easier. And for that, what does one have to do? Tolerate. All right, there's sex desire. What to do? Tolerate. Brahmacharis only have one small problem. Householders have so many problems. Oh, if we can tolerate, what is that? Kanduyanena karayoriva dukkha dukkam. Prahlad Maharaj says this sex desire is like an itch. So, we have to scratch the itch. If we scratch it, what happens? It itches more. Still we scratch it more, it itches more. Tripyanti neha. And one is never satisfied. Even if you become one of those big rulers who can have 12 wives and palaces and all of that, tripyanti neha, not satisfied. And then you become an old ruler, and then you're really not satisfied because you've increased your material expectations and the body just can't do it. And then one is frustrated, disappointed. I've given my life for sense gratification, and now I can't enjoy it. In the material conception, there's retirement, but that retirement is enjoying your golden years. Now that you've worked for all the better part of your life, now for the worst part of your life, you can enjoy your golden years. With arthritis and rheumatism and constant fear of heart strokes and dementia and this and that. Stiff joints and indigestion and loss of appetite. What enjoyment? Then, because everything's on this body, and then this body, this is what it comes to. And you've got two bodies. One who marries doubles his responsibilities. Taking care of one body isn't enough. Now I have to take care of two. And then 3, and then 4, and then 5. We're increasing just the number of bodies that need to be taken care of. And that's only the body. There's all the stuff that comes with the body. We build up a big establishment, and we have to go through so much trouble to maintain it. I have a friend who's a self-made millionaire, and he taught a seminar on how to succeed in he's a self-made Marwadi millionaire, so he's qualified in many ways. He taught a course on how to succeed in entrepreneurship. He reduced it to 4 rules. I won't teach the course this morning, but the first rule was maybe it was the second rule, keep your fixed costs as close to 0 as possible. In business, if you increase your costs, it's harder to break even. The closer you can keep those costs to 0, the more you can keep them down, the faster you break even and make a profit. So it's a cardinal principle for those who are smart in business: keep your fixed costs as close to 0 as possible. So that goes for family, that goes for our personal life also. Brahmacharis, your fixed costs are practically 0. You know, future patis, a bunk somewhere, a new dhoti now and then, hardly, it's like nothing. Easy to meet your expenses and break even and turn a spiritual profit. But as soon as we marry, then our fixed costs literally increase and increase and increase. So just in terms of, if we have no, just to look at it just in terms of business, do I want to, what is this, mergers and acquisitions? If you're in business, before you merge with another company or acquire another company, you do rigorous analysis and projections and so on. Therefore, it's said that striya pumsam mituni bhavametam, and it's said, what is that? Pramatta nidhanam. After doing that extensive analysis, if you do it, and if you go through with it, it's because pramatta, it's because you're crazy. I do the analysis of the merger and acquisition, I see the results, it's totally negative, and so I buy the company. It's mad. So, kim jayaya. And not only then you leave aside the expenses, then there's all the emotional attachments. All that stuff in the heart, which at best is, what's the word, a diversion of my natural love for Krishna. Now it's focused on a wife. And I expose myself to so much potential pain also, because the wife is not always smiling and kind. And what is half the time now? Divorce. I hate your guts. My father was right about you. You're good for nothing. Half the time. And then kids who get shipped from this side to that side and the whole mess. But even if it goes nicely, then I'm attached. My material attachments. This is the root of the attachment to, therefore in Bhagavatam, if someone can give up attachment to his wife, he conquers the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And therefore, vanaprastha ashram means loosening that attachment to griha, kshetra, sutta, apta, vittai, jaya. Oh, again, easier not to become attached to begin with. How difficult it is to get free from those attachments. And how much easier it is just not to get attached to begin with. Martyasya grihai kim ihayushabaya. Our days are dwindling. Every time the sun rises and sets, it subtracts another day from our life. And I'm busy working for griha, kshetra, sutta, apta. Another day, another day. In America, you're eligible for Social Security sometime in your 60s. So you keep working so that you'll get more money when you retire. You're eligible when you're 60 to get the full benefits. You have to wait till you're 70-something. So keep working, keep working, keep working until you're in your 70s. And meanwhile, every day, another day is being subtracted. And we don't notice. Where's the time for spiritual realization? Therefore, Shankaracharya has one verse, he's lamenting that all the children are playing and the young boys are after the young girls. And the family people are busy, where's money, where's money, where's money? And the old people are rocking. I remember the good old days. So no one has any time for spiritual realization. And wasting our time for nothing. So Bali Maharaj is realizing all of these things. And with these considerations in mind, the brahmacharis are best off staying brahmacharis. Otherwise, married life, and use that married life for the service of Krishna. Not, here's the opportunity for sense gratification. I only had one body, now I have two bodies. Now I can enjoy. And if we have three bodies, in family life, wife, children, husband, everything, home, that should be all used for the service of Krishna. Otherwise it becomes like a weight shackled to our hands and legs. Otherwise, those who serve Krishna in family life, grihete banete dako, agorunga dake, bole dako. Everyone just chant Hare Krishna and be focused in Krishna consciousness. Then, anyway, this life will be over soon enough. Let us use it in the service of Krishna. Hare Krishna. I've gone a little long. Should I take a question or two? Yeah, okay. Any questions?
Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, here, Bali Maharaj is asking so many questions. Kim. It sounds a similar, I read your book, The Vanity Karma. So Colette there is also asking so many questions. What is wife? What is happiness? And his conclusion is, please correct me, because it's been a few years I read it. His conclusion is perhaps that enjoy what God has ordained you.
Well, his conclusion is that he's inconclusive. The blue book you've seen, as promised, we brought copies. That's Prabhupada's Kirtan standards. That's for us. But the red book, Vanity Karma, is a commentary on a biblical book in which, as you said, these questions are raised. What is the use of life? And he does say that, well, God has at least given us a little bit of enjoyment, so we should enjoy. But that's not exactly the conclusion that he reaches, because he understands, or there's a sort of swinging between, on the one side, well, God has given us some enjoyment. Let us accept that in a spirit of, what's the word? In a spirit of happiness. Let us enjoy while we can, enjoy while we're young. So that's one side. And the other side, everything is useless. What's the point? We're going to die anyway. And it's so troubled, there's so many troubles. Die now, rather enjoy now and die soon. It's not exactly a conclusion, enjoy, because he's already, in the beginning of the book, he did an experiment with enjoyment. He said, he's looking for meaning, he says, let me enjoy. And so he takes upon himself a big project for enjoyment. He gets wives and property and animals and estate and everything, not sinful life, pious life. And at the end he says, what's the use? What enjoyment do I have? And then elsewhere in the book he says, so enjoy. No, it doesn't. Therefore he's described by one very good scholar as a confused wise man. A confused wise man. So we have something to say about that from the Vedic point of view, so that we can try to avoid being confused wise men or confused stupid men.
Yes, Maharaj, it's a very, very powerful book. My question leading from there is that he's confused because he, for whatever reason. The relevance to us is, as devotees, not everybody is going to become a brahmachari. Most people become grihastas, as the stats reveal.
Despite our best efforts, yes.
Yes, Maharaj. So, therefore, the question therefore beckons upon, all the devotees. In what spirit do we, take this family affair?
Yeah, therefore I'm writing a third book, The Vanaprastha Adventure. What do we do if we haven't stayed brahmachari? What do we do if we've gotten married? Well, the first answer I've already given, serve Krishna. Husband and wife serve Krishna together. That's very nice. And then the next answer is, and get out. A vanaprastha life means retirement from material enjoyment. It's not sannyas. Sannyas means completely separating oneself from wife and other material attachments. But it means loosening these attachments seriously. In the Vanaprastha ashram, no sex. In the Vanaprastha ashram, the project is not how much more enjoyment can I get out of this life. The project is how much can I get rid of. What is that? The expanding the material condition. All right, we've expanded. Now how do we get rid of this expanded material condition? How do we minimize our material condition? So the kings, those who are the symbol of expanded material conditions, would go to the forest. The symbolic location of absolutely minimal material conditions. And they would do serious tapasya to get free from all of that attachment. So that's not what we're going to do. We're not meant to head out to the forest anytime soon. But there is a Vanaprastha ashram, and it is meant for the ISKCON devotees, among others. Prabhupada makes that quite clear in Srimad-Bhāgavatam. The boys and girls who are now householders in the future will be expected to accept the Vanaprastha ashram. So that's the next thing. If we think that family life is going to be forever, then we're really mad. But even if we think, till death do us part, that's also not the Vedic conclusion. The formula is 25 years brahmachari life, 25 years only family life. The materialistic way of life, 25, we're just starting our career. But according to Bhagavad Dharma, 25 years family life. Then not all that much. If we think in terms of, if we're a little, what's the word, crude or, crude, and family life is for sex enjoyment, 25 years. Once a month, not more. In Vedic householder life, there's no scope for contraception. There's no scope for sex life for some other purpose than having children. So put that in your spreadsheet. For all of this trouble, I get 25 years of... you can assign it an actual number, 25 years times 12. It's not all that much. And then I have to spend 25 years getting free from the attachments to that. And all the surrounding paraphernalia, the home, the cars, the widescreen TV, all the rest of it. So that's my second answer, what to do. First answer is, while you're in Grahastha life, stay focused in Krishna consciousness. Don't unnecessarily, now we have a license for enjoyment, let's make sure we get the most out of that license. No. Don't expand more than you have to. All right, not everyone's going to stay brahmachari, get married, but then live with less, not more. Don't think, how can we get more? How can we maybe bend some rules? How can we, anyway, really get the most out of this? No. How can we spend the most time serving the deity, chanting Hare Krishna, bringing people to Krishna consciousness, bringing ourselves to Krishna consciousness? Therefore, the brahmachari training is essential. We think, well, everyone's going to become householder anyway. Why should my son become a brahmachari? But if he becomes a brahmachari, then he's fit to become a householder. And then when he has to become a vanaprastha, he's already familiar with brahmachari life. It's just a second rendition of what he's already done, practically. So that's the next book. Did I mention it's being serialized on my website? So when we take vanaprastha life out of the picture, then householder life becomes distorted. It becomes, 50 years or something. But when we have things in the right order, 25 years, that's all. And then detachment again. And then finally, complete detachment. And when we keep that in mind, then there's more impetus for staying focused in householder life on the real purpose and not getting lost in the complexities of illusion. Something else? Yes?
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for the nice class. It was very enlightening. And my question was, a person may be attached to his country due to those certain achievements that the country may have made, or just the fact that he was born there. But is it justified to be attached to a place for the certain experiences, the environment, or the knowledge?
That's also illusion. To be attached to the place, first of all, because it's a great country. That's all nonsense. The great empires of the past have all disappeared. The great empires of the present will all disappear. My great country. I wrote an article about this. I was in an airport in Peru. And in the airport they had a sign, an inscription. Tengo el orgullo de ser peruano. Tengo el orgullo de ser peruano. I have the pride of being a Peruvian. Anybody who's not from Peru Peru would look at it and say, you have the pride of being what? I guess from this part of the country, you know, I have the pride of being from Papua New Guinea. What? And the United States is not more significant. Ananta Shesh, when he reduces everything to cinders, equally reduces New Guinea and the United States of America, you know. I mean, if it were to last that long, which it will not, but whatever there is, it all gets burnt to cinders at the end. So that's the first thing, the state itself, the nation, and then the environment we're attached to. We'll suffer in any environment. Yes, we do. In the summer we complain it's too hot, in the winter it's too cold. We're happy that we're in, well, first of all, if you really want the environment, why are you in Melbourne and not in Brisbane? The environment is better in Brisbane. And if you're in Brisbane, why in Brisbane and not Tahiti? You know, you go searching, and if you're in Tahiti, well, why not the higher planets? The weather is lousy everywhere on Earth. Go to the heavenly planets. Now we have an environment. Forget, you know, why are you looking here? If you want environmental happiness, go to the heavenly planets. Mountains made of emeralds, not of rock. Rivers flowing with nectar. Women who are gorgeous like lightning. What are you doing here? It's a planet of losers. But Krishna says, Punya chine marchulokam vishanti. Even if you go to the heavenly planets, when your pious credit is used up, you have to come back down. Gatagatam kama kama labhante. We go to the heavenly planets, pushpitam vacham, because we're attracted by the much advertised environmental atmosphere. And then we come back down, and then we go back up, and we come back down. Now I'm attached to the environment. Australia is so much nicer than Nebraska or something. Better than New York. People are more easygoing. The weather is better. You've got the surfers, paradise. But first of all, you can't stay. And second of all, there's miseries everywhere, including paradise. So one is advised that why stay in this material world? Tamasi ma, jyotirgama. Go to back to Godhead, where where the environment. I mean, the cardinal feature of the environment here is that everything will be finished. And the other cardinal feature is that there's always misery wherever you go. Dukkalyam ashashvatam. It's not that there's no miseries in Australia. You go to Fiji, there are no miseries there. You're not going to find anywhere on earth where there's no miseries. The same miseries. Miseries from other living beings. Mosquitoes, wives, husbands, children, government, officials. What do they call them? Men of war. Those, they have them here, I'm sure, those floating little blobs that sting. Jellyfish, yes. Yeah, even in paradise here, there's jellyfish. And even if you say, well, no, adding it all up, it's nice here, I love it, then ashashvatam, get out. No one can stay. So if you're really looking for the ideal environment, don't look here. look in the spiritual world. What is that? Urdhvamulam adha shakam ashvatam. This is just the reflection of the reality. Go to the reality, not the reflection. That's the message of Bhagavad Gita. Now we're really late. Should we end at 9 o'clock? We should. I see some nods. All right. And what are we doing about those books? We have a few copies left. There will be more copies at some point in the future. And the red book is a BBT book, so it's always available from the BBT. But if you'd like to grab copies today, good. And yes, still is there for that, I guess. Yes.
In the previous class you were mentioning about your seminar in Radhadesh, Psychology 108.
Psychology 108.
I was not able to find online, Maharaj. Is it?
You weren't able to find it online. Well, I don't know what to tell you about that. I might have some course notes somewhere. I thought it was recorded, but I don't know. All right, let us stop. We're at 9 o'clock. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. We take this opportunity to thank Maharaj for visiting and enlivening all of us with his classes.
Are you sure enlivening is the word?
Waking up. Waking us up. And, we have few copies of Kirtan Standards and Vanity Karma. So if you don't have a copy, you can grab a copy and get it signed by Maharaj. So we have the books over there. So somebody can get those books.